This week on IFBB AMA Podcast.
People don't realize this until you practice it yourself, but Arnold was such a master in posing and his transitions and the exact way to hit that pose. It's way more difficult than you think. I always have a timer on my phone to tell me how much time left. So we have literally 205 days left until the classic physique prejudging at the Olympia. So I know exactly, okay, I can go up to this body weight. And when I reach a certain body weight, and then I see how many days I have left, okay, now I have to drop down because otherwise I can't maintain that weight loss per week because otherwise I will have to lose too quickly. And then I will build that fatigue up. So this off season will, yeah, it's just eventually you have done it so many times, you know exactly, okay, so this much time I will need with this body weight to achieve a better look than last time. And that's how I'm just gonna go about it with my coach together.
On the stage, Arnold is presenting you a trophy, and then he did like, "Oh yeah, you look just like Lou Ferrino." Yeah, that was probably your first time talking to Arnold, and you kind of
Yeah.
idolized him, and you didn't want to say anything. That was a perfect time to say, "What are you talking about, Arnold?" It's like you're looking in the mirror, right? Everybody knows that he pulled that, like just to contradict himself. You're like Arnold twin.
Yeah,
And
100%.
yeah, I compared your pictures, and I said this on one podcast. Maybe you even see it. You do perfect side double biceps like Arnold and all the poses, but is a still little finesse that Arnold has over you. Just a little
True.
bit those angles, a little bit wrist positions and stuff like that. And in the pumping iron, you remember when he did twisting back one side, the other side.
Yeah, yeah.
It's repetition, repetition, repetition. You have to hit the same pose 200 times, 200 times, 200 times. You mentioned, I'm comfortable standing like this, but I'm not comfortable standing like that, right? So you have to
Yeah.
find a comfort and an angle and everything balance, So I still think that you can perfect even those poses that you look phenomenal, and I give
Yeah.
you that. Look at them and see, is there anything I can do to make this pose even better?
I fully agree with you because I see that as well, especially in the transitions.
Mhm.
And people don't realize this until you practice it yourself. But Arnold was such a master in posing and his transitions and the exact way to hit that pose. It's way more difficult than you think. Like you have levels to this. Like, okay, I personally can do his posing, but like you say, there's still like that last 10% left of perfection, and that takes the most time. Because I played his videos in slow motion on YouTube to see how is he going from the front double bicep to the three-quarter back double bicep. Which moves is he making simultaneously to get into that position? And I'm not a natural poser. I used to be horrible at posing, like a stiff robot. So it took me a long time to practice to get to this level, and then to get a level beyond. That's my goal for the Olympia, because not just the physique. It's classic physique. I want to represent the true classic bodybuilder from the golden era with the modern conditioning and shape and proportions, because you can't hack it anymore with poor conditioning or smaller legs. You got to have that physique. But then I want to be the only one who can also pose like the guys from back then, especially like Arnold, because that to me, that is, many people might disagree, but to me, that is classic bodybuilding. That is a true epitome of what a
Million.
classic bodybuilder is, and how he poses, how he represents himself. It's just, yeah, it's incredible if you really analyze his posing. And even if you put it in slow motion, you see the finesse in the transitions. It's just incredible. So that is my true goal, to also pose like that. And of course, with my own twist, because I'm not going to be a copy. I want to be myself. But still, it's still going to be original because nobody since him has posed like this. So it's
Yeah.
still going to be a modern new thing because, yeah, it's been so long. So it's that is one of my goals.
I'll say I don't know if I would like the posing routine to be judged. I
Not
would
routine,
want I
body.
would want free posing to be judged. Where like remember even at NPC 30 years ago, they
Mhm.
had free posing for prejudging which is a part of the score, right? Where it's like you have to go out in like an individual routine, like a national stage where you have 45 seconds to represent your physique. I like that without the music.
Okay, okay, that's exactly. So don't confuse posing routine. It's physique. In
Yeah.
poses other than mandatories, this is what I'm talking about. But it's routine, and then you do the robot thing and the choreography. No, that's not what I'm talking about. And you have, and I'm sure. Did you think of that's just to throw at you some other signature pose that nobody has ever done? I mean, when you have the qualities that you do, right? Like I didn't have arms or a good back, so I was limited on what I can show, right? But you have a great arms, a great back, right? So now, in whatever position your arm is still going to be your arm, look
Yeah.
good, right? But you find a position that nobody has ever done, and that would be like Wesley's new signature pose. And then you refresh. I mean, we've been stagnant. I don't think that we've seen really new poses emerging in last few years, just because everybody's just satisfied that they're not asking for it. Well, listen,
Mhm.
like Arnold was, this is my time. Look at me, and I'm gonna do whatever I want. I want to show you. It's not what I have; it's what I show you. you
True.
know.
True.
I
Yeah.
think you have that physique to throw in a couple of variations of Arnold poses modified Wesley way.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me shut
It's
up.
it. The routine for the Olympia will be as if it's judged. I will treat that routine as if it's judged because to me, I've always said my goal is to do my pose routine at the Olympia, and that you can only do that if you're top five. So now I probably will do the routine, and and this, yeah, I really want to give a show to the people. So like a combination of the good music, perfect tempo and transitions, but also some unique poses like that really fit my physique. We're really going to work on this because a routine for the UK we did in 1 week because we wanted to do something different than Ohio. So we picked a different song. I did a voiceover within the song because we were so motivated that the only thing that was missing from the Ohio was like a good routine that got the audience hyped up. So for the UK, we managed to do that because it was crazy how the crowd reacted. But now it's time to refine it, to assess really every single pose there. The transitions need to be perfect because I look at my routine and people, they like it, they love it, but I can see it in an analytical way and see which improvements can still be made to really make it something special. So I'm really going to work on that for sure.
I
There you
love
go.
it. I love it. Wesley, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to go over and show everybody. Everybody probably knows who you are. I know they do, but I just want to reiterate this is his Instagram. You guys can follow him. And as Milos stated, he's got tons of crazy good content on his YouTube. And that he shares everything in day in the life, keeps updated. He's very transparent. A lot you can learn. Obviously, look at the level of subscribers he's got going on here. He's got a lot of good content, and obviously, as you guys can see, after this episode, he knows what he's talking about and some. So it's a pleasure, Wesley, to talk to somebody at such a high level that has the understanding of everything. I always liked that the most. I was always disappointed in any sport that I followed when an athlete was at the top, but they didn't know anything what they're doing. They're like, I just follow that coach, I just follow that PT, I follow that guy, and he just tells me what to
Mhm.
do, and I'm just a phenom. But when somebody like knows what they're doing, understands the process, it's just I love seeing that.